So we do have,
Hello. Welcome to the 6 months series. I am so thrilled. So thrilled.
me
I
too.
wonder what 6 months of advanced how to become money work will change.
Yes,
And
truly.
thank you so much for opening doors for a lot of people to change their reality. I wonder what this one call will create in the world.
Thank you, Reshma. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, the idea was that, I mean, you know how it is. 3 minutes before the class, the call starts, the class starts, we have people signed up. And suddenly it's like, okay, I'm logging into the Zoom, and I call up Reshma and I say, you know what? Is it kind of light to invite everybody to this call? And she's like, now, there's just 3 minutes to go. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, cool, let's do it. And it's just it's just that energy of not just creation, it's that energy that you go with what it can create in the future, what it can create for you in the now and in the future, that you're so willing to actually step into and be. So yes, this is now a 6 month long, 6 month short, very short class. And thank you for all of you who've already signed up, even if you're not on already. I know few of you are, but the others who are not on as of now, and you will be on. And also all those who are not on as yet, what can this class, what can this call create for all of you? What can this call be for all of you? All right, so the prereq for this class is having done the original money workbook. You read it 5 times, and the foundation. But I really hope that most of you have read the book, the original money workbook. And if you haven't, I wonder how this could invite you into actually reading the original How to Become Money workbook. So this was something that we started in the month of January, and and we have, I think, almost so many people who have been doing it with us every month. I forget the number, Reshma, but I know Reena's one of them, and she's also on this month. And um,
I
I
think
mean,
there's 15, 20 people.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's been so wonderful because all of them have been doing it. It's been like a commitment that every month I'm going to read this money workbook. And the first month we did it in 5 days, and actually we started last year, right? And we couldn't finish it. We took almost 6 months to finish it, because every time we would read a few pages, we would be like, class done for tonight, let's just meet tomorrow. There was just so much
Yeah,
shifting.
it's funny how that was. I remember we had this class in June and it went on for
Yeah.
6 months.
Mm.
And then we
Mm.
started in November again and that went on for 3 months. So this class really does have a life of its own. It's
Yeah, and it just creates for itself.
yeah.
It has its own way of flowing into the universe.
Yeah. And
Literally
then we
create.
also had Jan where we finished it in 5 days.
Yeah,
So
right. Yeah.
yeah.
And so every time, like, somebody asked me the other day, how do you facilitate this class? And I started laughing and I said, you know what, I have no way of facilitating this class creates for itself every time. And last month when we did the call, it was all about being the demand. It was about from ourselves demanding from ourselves not just the money that we are asking for, but the reality that we know is possible. And so many on the call turned around and said, my God, my demand has actually had me step up. So this month, actually, these 6 months, actually, just to bring you all in, I'm really looking at, there is no formal structure to these calls and these classes. But when I asked the book, I said, what is that? What is this class asking for? What are the participants asking for? And it really came to acknowledging the phenomenons of you. So these 6 months, that's what we are actually going to go through. These 6 months, we are actually going to be talking about the phenomenons of you, or phenomenons of acknowledging the phenomenons of you being you. What if you could just acknowledge that? And 6 months of acknowledging the phenomenons of you with the advanced How to Become Money workbook, well, it could be quite a deadly combination. What say, Rishma?
I second that totally. Like seems like being you is the theme of. It's going to be a
Totally.
theme of a few years now.
Totally. Few months at least. Hi, Mom. My mom's on. She's
I
saying
mean,
hi
Auntie,
to everybody. Yeah.
she
Cool.
never fails to say hi. Like
Right.
beautiful.
And she's always on the call, which I just
Yes,
love.
yes,
And if she's
yes,
not on, I miss her.
yeah.
Cool.
Hello,
All right.
girls.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, it's so nice to see you, Auntie.
Lovely seeing you, Bawa.
All right. So, for all of you who have your advanced How to Become Money workbook, and for all of you who don't have your advanced How to Become Money workbook, it's okay. All right. It's okay for today. So, let's start with just a few clearings here. So, all the expectations, projections, limitations, separations, and judgments that you have of the advanced How to Become Money workbook, of what it can create for you and what it cannot create for you, of what it should create for you and what it should not create for you. Will you all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds, and all the pestures and all the DJCCs that you have from this call that has you deciding and concluding that you have to get what you're asking for. Will you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Why did I say that? I mean, why wouldn't you want it all to show up, right? It's just that when you're coming with just that one ask and you're like, I have to have this show up, it's almost like a conclusion. And if there is something else that you could receive from this call today, have you already gone into rejecting it? Have you already gone into saying, I've had enough. Okay, fine. I've got enough. Okay, fine. I've received it. I received whatever I had to. So everywhere that you come with an agenda into classes, into calls, into reading books, into facilitating your own classes, will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
It's almost like बस ये एक चीज मिल जाए इस कॉल से मतलब बस
Yeah,
this one thing.
absolutely. Yeah. So true. And Reshma, that is and everybody in this call, that's one of the things that I found with myself too, very often. When I would go for classes initially, I would go with an agenda. But I would go hidden behind the agenda. Or let's say I would hide the agenda behind me. So you would actually see me thinking it's me, but I was actually walking in with the agenda, what I could receive. So what is that one thing that you've decided you have to receive? And if you receive, the call was great, the class was good, everything that is, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. All right. So what have you made so vital about possessing the phenomenons of money and wealth that has you rejecting everything else that you could receive? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What have you made so vital about possessing the phenomenons of poverty that has you hiding yourself from being the phenomenons of wealth? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys.
Ouch!
A little ouching.
Ouch!
Reena, yes, baby. It's a little ouching, right? Little, just a
Yeah,
little.
how much limitation we create. Okay, बस
Yes.
इतना ही करना है और नहीं.
Yes, and Reena, I'm so grateful for your call just before the class started. I'm so grateful. That was um, one of the catalysts. Your call was one of the catalysts that had me opening this up for everybody.
Oh wow, how did I get so lucky?
Truly, and I really want to acknowledge that here, because when we had the call and it was like, so can I share what the call was about?
Please.
Yeah, so Reena's been on the call from day one, right? From month one. And this is probably her 6th or the 7th time that she's reading the advanced How to Become Money workbook with me. And it was really funny because she called me and she said, I don't know why I'm resisting it this time. I am feeling like jo hona tha ho gaya. Ab how much more, you know? I mean, I've read it for 6 months with her. Like, how much more? And I was like, yeah, it's not just you resisting it, honey. It's all of us. Everywhere that we resist because we've decided that we've got enough, we've decided we've received enough. Will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And Reena, when you said that, it actually opened such a space for me and for you, because we both recognize the change of energy the moment we recognize that, oh, that's not even mine. How many people's realities are we tapping into who've actually decided that I've done enough, I've done plenty, now what else? Now how much more? Everything that is, will you all destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And that is the phenomenon of poverty. That's almost like the pride of poverty that we talk about. But in this case, it's like a phenomenon of poverty, that I will be rich, I will have it all, I will be all of me, yet I will keep a part of me away from me. So everything that is, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what have you made so vital about possessing the phenomenons of poverty that keeps you eternally avoiding the phenomenons of wealth you could be choosing to be? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you all destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What have you made so vital about possessing the phenomenons of poverty that keeps you eternally avoiding the phenomenons of wealth you could be choosing to be? And everything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So yes, what is it that you could acknowledge about yourselves today? What is that acknowledgement that you could be for yourselves today? That if you truly were present with it, could have you change your reality? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. All right. Any questions for anybody? Please feel free to ask before I go into reading. All right. So,
Chandana,
yes, darling.
so there is this strange heaviness. I don't know what to call it. It's almost like I'm going to choke and die.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay, I can't hear you. 1 second. Like it's really. Ooh, what is this? It's so heavy.
Yeah. So what is that? Because that's something that all of us who were choosing this call are so aware of. All of us, everybody who signed up for the call is just so aware of that energy. What is that?
Ooh. Is it? I don't get its resistance, but what is this?
Are those demons that you hired in some lifetime to stop you from being all of you?
No, it's heavy.
Okay. Truth?
No.
Okay. Truth, babe. Push those barriers down. Push those barriers down and now ask. And if it's a no, that's fine. But push those barriers down and now ask, are these demons that you hired in some lifetime to stop yourself from being the greatness of you?
Yeah, now I get a yes.
Is that, oh wow. So is that what we all did in some lifetime together? Truth, yes or no?
I don't understand what you're asking, but it's a yes. Whatever it is.
Stop understanding, stop going to your head. Okay?
I can't even hear the question. Like, I don't even remember what you asked. So,
Right, yeah. So
but
every lifetime that we all got together
huh.
and hired demons to stop ourselves from being the greatness of ourselves, that we would that would stop us and destroy us if required. Can we all please fire them from their job today?
Yes, certainly.
And go back to from whence you came, never to return to me, never to return to my body, never to return to my reality. Go back to from whence you came, never to return to me, never to return to my body, never to return to my reality. Go back to from whence you came, never to return to me, never to return to my body, never to return to my reality. And everywhere that you were hired by everyone on this call, everywhere that you were all hired to stop each other on this call. You're really doing a great job, everybody. Will you all please fire the demons? Whoa. Reena says yes. And go back to from whence you came, never to return to me, never to return to my body, never to return to my reality. Wow, that's so much lighter. Go back to from whence you came, never to return to me, never to return to my body, never to return to my reality. Go back to from whence you came, never to return to me, never to return to my body, never to return to my reality. Wow, how are you doing, Reshma? And everybody, Reena, Tasha,
So
Marina.
much lighter. My
So
God.
much lighter. Oh, yes. So
I'm
much
so
lighter.
glad that I brought it
Oh,
up.
yes. And
Can I add something?
yes, yes, please, Sasha.
So this is like this one place where if everyone were to truly get present, their whole life will change. Like, because this changed everything for me when I started to let go of all these demons that everyone around me had employed and my own.
Wow.
And it was like, holy shit. And then what you have at the end of that is this little thing called you, which has been hiding under there for like
Yeah.
centuries now.
And I love the way, Sasha, you say this little thing. What if that little thing is actually so huge? Right? Are you willing to actually have it show up?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, so when it didn't make sense to open up this call. Now I know why we just opened it up for everybody, because it was like whoever requires this, whoever's holding us back and whoever we are holding back, hop on, guys.
And we're here.
Yes, baby. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all 9 shots. Wow, boys and beyonds. What a different energy suddenly, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, awesome. Thank
But
you.
it's very funny how not too many people actually chose it. It's
Yeah, and well,
but
what if this is
whatever.
what if this is what was required to change the energy? Yeah. What if we were the ones?
Yeah.
And what if now it's just changed something for the world?
Yeah.
I have another question.
Yes, please.
So, like, what made you finally, I'd say, become willing to look at your financial reality and actually have the courage to change it? because that's what's been showing up in my world now, which is so dominant. It's like no matter what it takes, I am doing this and I am choosing to change this.
Yeah, that's such a beautiful question, Sasha. And if I can say it, you asked it with so much of vulnerability and so beautifully that I almost have tears in my eyes. Truly, it's got such a beautiful energy. So what actually had me change my financial reality was me acknowledging that it's not working for me.
Yeah.
Right, that was the first thing, which is where actually I really want to take us all into acknowledging what we are being, acknowledging what is working for us, what is not working for us, and not looking at it as a wrongness or a rightness, but just acknowledging it, that this doesn't work for me, you know, it just doesn't work for me. What can I do and be here that can change this? And actually getting present with my finances, which was not comfortable.
Thank you. That exactly.
Yeah,
Like
right?
I wanting to get present with my finances, and every time
Yes,
I go to sit to do it, it's like I will get up and go do something else.
yes,
And it's like for 1 week, I'm like beating myself up. I'm like, listen, let's just get present with this. It's okay. It might get uncomfortable, but it's okay.
yeah,
Keep doing it. Keep
yeah,
going. Keep going.
yes. And that's where you want to stop and say, everything on hold, even if this is uncomfortable, I'm doing it now.
Okay, I'll have it.
Yeah. Awesome, darling. And and another thing that I really want to share here, Sasha, is you're not judging yourself for what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason we are wanting to change, or the reason we are looking at changing our financial reality, is because somewhere we've already judged it for not being good enough, right? So everywhere that you're looking at your financial reality and asking to change it from the judgment of it not being right or correct, well, will you all please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, park, all nine shots, boys and beyonds.
That is
What
not even ours.
And what if you can just acknowledge that this is my financial reality, this is what I've been choosing. What can I choose different now? What if it's just with that ease, that much of ease of being willing to change it? Because when we are coming from a space of it doesn't work and it's wrong and I need to change it, we are already coming from a space of looking to fix it. And when you're looking to fix something, darling, you're going to just find another problem.
And
So
not a
are you, yeah, so are you ever really going to change it?
yes. Thank you. You gave me the peace I needed.
Awesome. I'm so glad. So glad. So everywhere that we are looking at our financial reality from the space of judging it as a wrongness and something that doesn't work for us, will we all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So what can you now... Oops. Oh, thanks. So what can you now acknowledge about yourselves and your financial reality? That one thing, any one thing for today, for today's call. What can you acknowledge about your financial reality and about yourselves? Without a point of view, without judging it. That if you would be present with it for this 1 week, would have you change it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So when we come on to our next call, we've already changed that one thing. And everything that doesn't allow you to have the ease of that, you to truly, truly acknowledge it every moment of your breathing, living. I mean, how present, how uncomfortable, how much would you have to embrace you in every moment of breathing to acknowledge it constantly? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. It's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be fun. Sorry, but it's going to change stuff. Yes, it's. And are you willing to be that? Are you willing to not be comfortable? Are you willing for it not to be fun? But are you truly willing to look at that one thing about you and about your financial reality? And now ask, where am I being that with myself and with my financial reality?
Can you talk a little bit more? What is that one thing? I mean, I'm not getting a sense of that.
So what is it for you? When you say not getting a sense of it, yeah. So what is that one thing about you that you can acknowledge without a point of view?
That I'll do whatever it takes to change whatever it is.
Truth.
No, like I don't give up. That's my...
Okay, you don't give up. That has an energy. Yeah, that has an energy. And now look at your financial reality and ask, what is that about my financial reality that I can acknowledge? Is it the same thing?
Yeah.
So where am I being that with myself and my financial reality? And where am I not being that with myself and my financial reality?
Okay.
Now, when you're being that present with you and your financial reality, with just that one thing for a week to play with. One thing. Every day something new will show up. Every day there will be something different that shows up for you to look at and for you to ask to change it. What can I do and be here that can have me receive or that can have me change it? Do you get that? Yeah?
It's still a little confusing in my world, to be honest.
Okay, let's put it really simply here, okay? What if that one thing you can acknowledge about, what if I can acknowledge one thing about me that I'm lazy? Just as an example, okay? And with my money flows, with my financial reality, I'm lazy too. I create it when I need it. I do stuff with myself when I need to. So what is the energy there for me? The energy there is of need and only then moving, of motivation there for me. Right? So everywhere that I'm using, everywhere I'm being needy and using that energy to motivate me into creating, I destroy and uncreate that.
Thank
I
you.
drunk, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. You're welcome.
Now I
So
get it.
you get that? Yeah. So it's about acknowledging without a point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can only change something, guys,
If you
when
look
you're
at
willing, to acknowledge it. And for a week, if you're willing to look at it, for a week, thank you, Sasha. Thank you, honey. And if for a week we are willing to truly look at that space of where all are we being that? Where all? Where all am I being needy? Where all am I being lazy? Where all am I waiting, not creating? Everything that is, will you all please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So this is a 1 week's home play. And let's see what else is truly possible from this space. Okay? So now any questions or should we move on to the workbook?
Workbook.
Awesome. I love the workbook. How to use this workbook. The source of all change and all possibility is becoming aware of the limitations you have chosen. When you truly become aware of what a limitation is, you will tend to no longer buy it as true. That's the direction we are heading, getting free from your limitations about money. This workbook is full of questions and processes designed to get you to look at your limitations about money again and again and again until you finally realize, wait a minute, this is a stupid point of view. I would choose this for what reason? Right? There doesn't have to be a limitation unless you choose it. It's not about logic. A lady who was working with these questions told me she was having a tough time getting more than 3 or 4 answers to some of the questions in this workbook. She said that some questions didn't even make sense to her and she would zone out when she asked them. Here's something you need to know about these questions. When you try to find the sense in them, it means that you are trying to find the logic according to this reality. This has nothing to do with what is actually so. Someone else told me she got similar answers no matter what the question was. I said, "You are trying to look from the point of view of logic, aren't you?" He said, "Yes, a little bit." I asked, "Is money ever really logical?" No, money is just energy. You keep trying to look for the logic of what is real and true instead of the awareness of you, which is the only source of what is real and true. You are the only source of what is real and true for you, but you keep trying to look to your sense of what's logical, or you try to look to this reality, or to that which you can define and confine, or to that which somebody else will validate. What if everything that is true for you is far beyond what anybody else can see? Looking at that is the only way you can create your financial reality.
What does that even mean? Looking at that is the only way you can create a financial reality.
Yeah, so that is where you're acknowledging it, right? So
That
you
you
don't
can
really
see
look
something
at,
that nobody else can see.
yeah. I mean, what is it about you that you can truly acknowledge? Like I said, with no point of view. When I say I am so lazy, it's a judgment, right? When I say I'm lazy and I'm acknowledging it, I can ask a question around that. That is that my awareness of now is not the time? Or am I simply waiting? I'm not creating. Of late, Dane and Gary have been, we've heard this since so many years, since the beginning, since I started with Access, I think I've heard this. When you wait, you stop to create. You stop and do not create, right? Yet now they are speaking so much about it, so much about it. So every time that we wait is when we don't acknowledge ourselves, is when we don't acknowledge anything around us. We are literally walking with our eyes closed. Just because our eyes are open does not mean that we are aware. It simply means we are awake. Yeah, you're awake. Are you really aware of what is happening around you? Right? If you're trying to take your monetary reality to a different level, you're going to come up against questions you don't think are working. Keep asking them and writing down your answers, because the idea is to change your reality about money. Work these questions over several times. A guy who took the Advanced How to Become Money class with me said that he had listened to the classes more than 5 times and that he heard different things each time he listened. He asked, "Is it that I forget what I heard or what I learned? What is it?" I said, "As you clear off different layers of limitation, you hear things from a different place." The guy said, "Yes, that's what I'm seeing. Different things come up. Different things appear that I wouldn't have recognized before." That's the reason you need to repeat the exercises and questions in this workbook. When you do them, you start opening the door to creating from a different place, and a different possibility begins to occur. This is the way things work. You have had billions of years of creating your life as misery. So you might need to work these questions over several times. If you have only 2 or 3 answers to a particular question at a particular time, that may be the most you can get in any one day. Why would that be? Because you have never looked for infinite possibility with money. You have only looked at the possibilities of money based on this reality. So you won't have answers for those questions. That's something that I find so wonderful. I mean, we don't even look at the possibilities of having what different possibilities can really show up here with money. We have such limited possibilities that our answers also are so limited. So every time that you listen to this workbook, or every time that you do the money workbook, you start to go, if I can use the word, deeper here, because your layers start to get cleared. Literally, they start to melt. You know, when you talk about melting, you're melting this reality. It's literally like that. If you really want to get clarity about money, you need to do these questions again and again. And if you do them once in the morning and once later in the day, you're going to find you have 2 or 3 more answers. Are those going to be all the answers you can get for that day? Yes. Then you can do them again the next day or later in the week. Gary Douglas. So now let's go to page 9. Ah, my God, I love this section. Being and receiving. Ooh, my God, I get excited when I even read it. Okay, just a second. Give me a moment, okay? So here is your first question. Please write down 10 answers. Have you all got your paper and pen handy, guys? And if you don't,
10
just get them.
answers.
Yeah, 10 answers.
I've
And,
done so many.
and it's okay if you don't get 10. That's fine. I mean, the first few times we never got more than 3 or 4. You're like, what am I supposed to write? It's like, it's okay. All right. Even that's plenty. What am I refusing to be that if I would be it would create too much money in my life? Oh, wow. I love this question. What am I refusing to be that if I would be it would create too much money in my life?
Health drink, tonics.
What am I refusing to be that if I would be it would create too much money in my life?
Guys, we're just unmuting all of you just so that the recording is clear. If you have a question, please feel free to mute. I mean, I'm muting all of you.
I'm looking at what is she saying? Rich. I love it the way this book fries you.
Yeah, I'm already
I love
right.
it.
So we've just muted all of you. Please feel free to unmute yourself to ask a question. Just in case if you didn't understand that.
Yes.
So, hello, Chandana.
Yeah, darling.
So the answers can be one word, like I'm
Yes,
refusing to be energy, money, and so that sort of thing.
sure. Go with whatever comes for you, honey. Whatever. It
Also,
is
just
really,
saying it need not be access correct answers, please, because
yeah. So, go with the energy of what shows up. It could be really funny. Like, what am I refusing to be that if I would be, it would create too much money in my life? It could be happy. It could be not to be. I'm refusing to be judged, or like you said, what did you say? Money. But when you don't use the access words, but you actually go with the energy or whatever's showing up, then you're not using your mind, right? You're just allowing whatever to show up. Yes, Jasmine, I can. So what am I refusing to be that if I would be it would create too much money in my life? Take a minute, take a couple of minutes, be with the question, allow the energy to show up. And it's okay if you don't get 10 answers. Like I said, if this is your first time, you may get just 2 or 3. That's fine. All right?
I got 12.
Wow. It's definitely not your first time.
And the weirdest of the things, like,
Okay, has everybody got their answers? So what ghillie suits of class of dash are you using that has you camouflaging you from being the money that you could be choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you all destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, boys and beyonds. What ghillie suits of class of dash. Put in whatever you wrote. Of whatever. Are you using? Yeah. Get that energy of everything that you've written. What ghillie suits of class of dash are you using to keep you from choosing to be the money that you could be creating? Everything that is, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, boys and beyonds. Would anyone like to speak about any of the answers or?
yeah, just one that I'd
Yeah.
like to discuss. What I'm refusing to is to be paid less. Is to be a person who is paid less.
What is paid less? Is that coming from judging what you're receiving?
More than that, I think it's coming from a space of that I'm not good enough. Like, you're going to be paid less because you're not good enough.
So that's why I asked you that you judging what you're receiving.
Hmm.
So everywhere that you're judging yourself for what you're receiving,
No, can you
as you not being good enough, will you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. So that's why actually it's really funny how these classes get created. I mean, I had absolutely no clue about where this would take us. But when the first exercise that I asked you to do was to look at your financial reality and look at you and ask what can you acknowledge about you, right? And this is the same thing, right? I'm not willing to be paid less because I'm judging what I'm receiving because that's what I judge myself to be. Everything.
What I'm receiving, that's something I'm not getting. What is that?
What you're receiving? The money that you're receiving in this case, right?
So if I'm judging what I'm saying, I'm getting paid 10,000 and I'm judging that is less for me. That's a judgment is what we're saying.
Yeah. No. There's one. Is it for you a judgment or is it for you an awareness?
No, I really work hard and it's an awareness that I'd like to be paid more.
So everywhere you just went into the justification of I really work hard. Sorry, will you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. When you go into justification,
It becomes a judgment.
it's a judgment. Right? So everywhere that I'm judging myself for what I'm receiving, that has me rejecting me, I destroy and uncreate all of that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Yeah, cool.
Would you
Anything
repeat
else for
that
anybody?
last
Yeah, even for me, it was like asking. Like always, when I ask someone, if someone asks me how much should I pay, I always judge myself and I ask little bit less. So again, that comes to judgment, right?
Yeah,
So I have to
yes.
destroy.
So everywhere that you don't judge yourself to be good enough. See, this is where I want you all to see where you work with yourself and with your financial reality the same way. When you judge yourself for not being good enough, that's going to show up in your financial reality. And that doesn't mean that you go around saying, oh, I'm the best or I'm this. It's about being really present with your financial reality. It's really truly being present. And how much can you truly receive with the ease of being you? Are you even energetically congruent with what you're asking for? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What happens sometimes is we want to ask for more because it's like, but I am worth more, right? Ask yourself, what is that? Is that me judging what I'm receiving? Or is
Yeah, I
that
was
just
just
being
going to ask,
aware
is
of
that a
something?
judgment as well?
Yeah, who's that, darling?
Is that a judgment as well?
Who's that?
When you, it's
Sasha.
me, Sasha.
Oh, Sasha,
If
yeah.
when you say that I'm worth more, like, is that also a judgment of yourself where you're not even willing to be everything that you can be so that you can have everything that you can have instead
Absolutely.
of, yeah.
Absolutely. When you're saying that I'm worth more or worth less and this is how much I deserve, whenever you go into the deservability of what you can receive, you are going into justifying your very existence. Wow. What did I just say? It just fried my head.
Is that where we also,
What did I just say? Whenever you,
Whenever you go into the justification of it,
you
okay,
end up putting yourself in that place where you,
whatever
okay,
that
so,
was. Yeah, whatever that
okay,
was, fine. It's gone. The energy's gone. Yeah.
uh, is that the place where you put yourself in a definition and a box so that that's the limitation you stick yourself with, where then you can never actually change it because you've already decided what you are, and so that
Yeah.
nothing else can show up. Yeah,
Absolutely. And that's something about you not winning. This energy is about deservability. So you create that box because you've decided and concluded that's how much I deserve. So more than defining yourself, it's almost like saying this is what I deserve.
I have chills right now. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
right? Yeah. So everywhere that we are all creating from what we deserve instead of simply choosing what we can be. Will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
can I say something?
Yes, darling, sure.
I'm sorry, but all of this seems so much like mumbo jumbo. It's not coming to me. It's just like
Yeah.
hitting and bouncing back. I have
Yeah.
no idea what you guys are talking about.
That's fine. That's fine. Everywhere you're trying to understand it, will you please recognize and acknowledge
Yeah.
that you cannot? Okay? That's the fun of access. You cannot understand it. And the moment you start to use your brain, because this is a very intense, very advanced class. It's advanced how to become money workbook. It's not the original how to become money workbook. Can we please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Darling, it's fine. So everywhere the intensity of the energy is way too much, that has you stepping beyond. Will you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. How intense would you have to be with yourselves? How intense, how present would you have to be with yourselves constantly? To create the money that you could be choosing. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, boys and beyonds. See, money in this reality is a very serious business. It's a very serious conversation. It's not, whenever you're not serious about money, you will lose money. These are all points of views, right? What if it's not the serious part of it? What if it's the fun part of it? Yet, what if you could be the intensity with yourselves? What if you could be present with yourselves? So present that everything's fun for you just by being present with the money. You know, you have to be serious, because when you're not being present with the money and with yourselves is when you have to start to do. You stop being. And when you start to do is when you start to become serious. Everything that is, will you all please destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, boys and beyonds. All right, anyone else wanting to share, or should we move on?
I just have
Yeah.
a question. So
Yes,
where
please.
you just said that everywhere we're doing and not being well, all of that. So, I mean, this morning I had a question to you. You said, in the original How to Become Money Worker, we talk about being. We talk about being creativity and, by being and just being, you can create money. And then there's this whole conversation about engaging and all of that, where there is a doing bit. So how does all this play together? Like, how does it come together?
Being is being and doing. You got to get that, guys. Being is not just you sitting and saying, I am being with closed eyes. I'm being creativity. I'm being power. It's not that. That's called meditation. Okay? When you're really being you, when you're really being all of you, you're choosing to do and be whatever it takes to create.
Okay, I get a sense of it now. So when you're
Right.
only doing, you're looking at doing. But when you're being and then doing what is required, not coming
So
from
what, yeah. So Reshma, what is being for you? What is being you for you?
asking a question
Okay. What else?
and getting a sense of the energy of what is required. Like, is it
Now that's okay. What else?
having fun? It's being.
Okay. Cool. What else?
I'm only getting that much fun now.
Okay. So can you really be all of that if you're not being present?
Yes.
Do you get that? So being you, being all of you, is you being truly present with what can I do and be here? What can I be and do here? What question can I ask? What energy can I be that can change all of this? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyone else wanting to share? Hello, Sanjeev. You bring a smile to my face.
Mine too.
Yeah. So any more questions? Anyone else with a question, or should we move on?
Yeah, this is Supriya.
Hi, Supriya.
Hi, Chandana. And I have no idea why I joined the call also.
Supriya got me into access. Supriya is the one who got me into access. I'm happy she's here.
Oh, how wonderful. How wonderful. Wow. You sure know what you're doing, woman. Don't tell me you don't know, because you definitely know what you're doing.
Yeah, and I am in Hyderabad right now, and something strange and very bizarre had happened with me yesterday and today. So I was talking to a friend, and I was like, "What the hell? How did this happen about this money conversations?" And I realized. And then she was like, this is how you should talk about the money talk. You should know how it is. And I realized that I'm not seriously not present with the money situation. I'm just going with whatever I have learned and not stepping up to probably the reality.
Okay.
And when I'm actually talking, I mean, listening to you, it's like going from one direction to another and another. And yeah, and I remember Taruna saying it's bheja fry. So it is, I'm
It
like,
is
I'm
Veda Fry.
trying to be there, what you said, and then next line will be different. Oh, then the next line is different. So it's like all directions.
Yeah. So I love the way you said it, Supriya, because now I want you to see, I'd like you to acknowledge, is that what you are when the energy becomes too much for you?
Yeah.
And everywhere that you're choosing to be too much, but you're going to, all over, everywhere that has you separating from you, every time you step into that space of being too much, will you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, what, fuck, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Yeah, I mean, that's what being present with your financial reality and with you is about. It's about actually not scattering everywhere, but being so uncomfortable with being present with you that you're actually willing to not space out, but actually space into you and have that space and be comfortable with it. Right? So everywhere that you just judged yourself for not being able to listen to any line that I was saying or any word that I was saying, will you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, park, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What will it take for you all to acknowledge that for you to be on this call, has you already receiving, has you already being, and has you already doing? And everything that doesn't allow that, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all?
Very
Right,
gladly.
wrong, good, bad, pot, park, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Cool. Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Supriya. That's like Reshma said, you're not the only one. She just said that a few minutes back, that I can't hear anything that you're saying. Like, yeah, right. That's just what this workbook tends to do to all of us.
I'm Reshma, just in case you're wondering. In the ghillie suit.
I have seen, yeah.
That's Reshma, and Isha is Chandana for today.
Yeah, I was actually searching for Isha. Then I said, yeah, okay, I guess they both have managed to. So this is Isha and that is Chandana. Okay.
Yes, totally. Okay.
Can I add something here?
Yes, please, Sasha.
So usually when you can't hear things, right, it's because you've given up your mind and you're just in this full-on blown receiving mode where it's just floating in and floating out and you don't even know what's going on, but you're receiving way more than you thought you would because your mind is no longer in the picture.
Yes, absolutely. So true. Yeah. So everywhere that you are all receiving, but it's not the way you define your receiving. Will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
Warning, warning. This call can do that to you in the first 10 minutes. I'm sorry. But yeah, well.
Yeah,
I
know.
generally disappear from it after the first call.
She runs away.
I run
And I'm
away.
like, you're supposed to be on the call. Where are you? She's like, oh, I just got a little busy. I said, shut up, you woman. You and your distractions.
Actually, I think in the initial few minutes, I had just put the headphone and I've been traveling since yesterday night. So I was just lying on the pillow and I slept. So then in the middle, I realized, oh, I was on the call. So then I just shifted to another room and I'm sitting here.
Wow.
So,
Awesome. Wonderful. Wonderful. Cool. Okay. So let's go on now that we've done question 1. One of the key elements to having an enormous, amazing, and creative life is a willingness to receive. Because in order to receive, you have to be willing to be. What you're not willing to be is that which keeps you from receiving. I mean, this is something that I actually wrote out on a sticky note and stuck it on my cupboard. What you are not willing to be is that which keeps you from receiving. True receiving is being able to receive all the information there is. It's a capacity to perceive everything without a point of view. You have to be willing to receive if you're going to have the life you truly desire. So what capacities to perceive the future do you have? That if you would truly be it, could have you receive it. And everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you all please destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. A participant in the Advanced How to Become Money class said, as I asked the question, what are you refusing to be that if you would be it would create too much money in your life, I became aware of things I was refusing that were actually possible. What would it take to choose more of those? If you are willing to be all money, you can have all money. If you're willing to be all control, you can have all control. If you're willing to be totally different, you can have totally different. What have you made so vital, valuable, and real about your definitions of receiving that keeps you from actually being that which can receive? And everything that is times Godzillion. Will you all destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right,
Yeah.
wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, on 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What have you made so vital, valuable, and real about your definitions, your objectives, and your reference points of receiving, and to what you can receive, that keeps you from actually being all of you, that if you would be it, could have you receive it? Everything that doesn't allow that times the Godzillion. Will you all please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what ghillie suits of class, of definitions of you are you using that keeps you receiving everything that you are asking for? And everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, and change that by simply shifting a molecule in your reality, will you all please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What if shifting that one molecule is all it takes? But would you be willing to be present with the discomfort of that? Or willing to look at it, or being willing to acknowledge that this is a molecule. And even if you don't know the molecule, even if you can't put a finger to the molecule, what if you could be present with the discomfort? And everything that doesn't allow that, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Whenever you define something, you limit what it can be and what you can receive. That's because definition, by definition alone, is limitation. So whenever you define yourself, Rashmi, yay, Kamleen, yay. Oh my God, all these girls have been on these, not Kamleen, but yes, Rashmi, and where did Reena go? All those strong, brave warriors who are here for the past 4 months fighting, melting their realities.
Having fun, brother.
Right. Totally.
Totally.
Yes. So whenever you define something, you limit what it can be and what you can receive. That's because definition by definition alone is limitation. What have you made so vital and valuable and real about your definitions of receiving that keep you from actually being that which you can receive? And everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you all destroy and uncreate that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What are you refusing to be that you truly could be? That if you would actually be it, would allow you to receive everything you have decided you cannot have, you cannot be, you cannot do, you cannot create, and you cannot generate. Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you all destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Hi! All my sweethearts from Mumbai. Wonderful.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
She's reading a book. Don't interrupt her.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. How's it going, Sindhuja? How is your bars class going? You have a bars class coming up, right? Sanjeev and you?
I have.
Awesome. Wonderful.
Didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry. Please read.
That's fine. What are you refusing to be that you truly could be? That if you would actually be it, would allow you to receive everything you have decided you cannot have, you cannot be, you cannot do, you cannot create, you cannot generate. Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you all destroy and uncreate it all, please?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. A class participant who was working with this question said, I seem to create value systems about what I would or wouldn't do to get money. When I ask the question about what I'm refusing to be, something comes up about being a grifter. So let's look at that. How many of you have attached value? And the value system based on your culture, based on your family's points of views, and based on your religion.
Education, certification.
Education, certification,
Gender.
gender, yes, family background, everything that is. Will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Wow, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. That's a hell of a lot, guys. So everywhere you're using your value systems to define you for who you be, will you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What if all those value systems were the lies that you were selling yourself? That you were selling to yourself and to others around you. Wow. So everything that is, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So everywhere that you have defined your value systems, and everywhere you've defined that box of value systems that you have to be within. To be the good girl, to be the good woman, to be the good daughter, to be the good son, to be the good mother, to be the good father, to be the good spouse. Will you all please revoke, recant, reclaim, rescind, renounce, destroy, and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What if you could acknowledge today that everywhere you defined yourself as whatever you did was one of the limitations that you chose to create a problem? So now, what if you can actually go beyond that value system? For just a second, for just few moments, let's go beyond the value systems. Okay, I'm not asking you to get rid of them. Please hold on to them. But just for today, let's just go beyond them. Okay? And more, and more, and more, and more. Beyond this house, beyond your city, beyond your country, beyond the universe, beyond the Milky Way, beyond the golden planet, wherever that is, and beyond. And now look at your social values. Are they significant? If you were operating from that space, if you were being that space, would your social values be significant? So everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Now, without making the social values wrong, without judging them as wrong, without judging them as something that that limits you, what if you could simply give them up? Again, it's a choice. It's just a choice. Maybe you can give up 2% today, not all 100%. After all, we do have 6 months to hold on to them. Your choice if you want to hold on to them. What if you could just give up 2%? Just 2%. Or if you feel a little brave, maybe 5%. Do you have more space or less space? Yeah, right? More. What can you now create from that space that you're refusing to tap into, that you're refusing to acknowledge exists for you? What if you could truly acknowledge that it exists, that is there? You simply have to pull it into your universe. And everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that energy, everywhere you are and everywhere you be, will you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So, a grifter is a con artist or a hustler, someone who lies or cons people into giving them money. I said, everything you have done to not be a grifter is what keeps you being a grifter, trying not to be a grifter, to prove you are not a grifter, so you can grift people without grifting them. You've already decided that you are a grifter in order not to go there. You have to ask, what am I refusing to be that if I would be it would create too much money in my life? Is that a fun question for you? Maybe you can ask yourselves this more often. You have to ask that because you have a lot of points of view about this that you don't even know you have. Being a grifter or a con artist is probably one of the 10,000 points of views you have. You are trying not to be everything you could be that would create too much money in your life in order to justify that it is okay to have not enough. So everywhere that all the justifications and the validations that you are using to never have enough, that you keep choosing, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. All the justifications and validations that you are using, what if you could acknowledge them as the limitations that you are choosing? Every time you go into a because and every time you go into a but, is you choosing a limitation. What if you acknowledging that is all it takes to change it?
Yes.
All the justifications and validations that I'm using to create the life that I'm choosing, I destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Who and what can you be, guys? If there was no need to validate your very existence. How needless could you then be with the choices that you make? Are you willing to be that? Are you willing to be needless with your choices? Or would you rather be needy and then choose? So everywhere you're using the energy of need as a motivation for yourselves to create. Wow. Can you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Yes, somebody said something.
Supriya here. Yeah, lightning, yes, sorry.
No problem, darling. Go ahead.
Yeah, but that was awesome.
Thank you, love. Yes. And how many of us are actually using that needy energy in that needy space? And we are constantly choosing need. And when you're constantly choosing need, guess what you're creating? You're creating lack. So everywhere that you're making need your reality, that has you constantly creating lack, in your space? Will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, so you have to ask that because, okay, we've read this already, right? Where are we? You are trying not to be everything you could be. That would create too much money in your life in order to justify that it's okay to have not enough. You don't ask, what would it be like if I had $100 million a year for all eternity? That's your second question, guys. Question 2, what would it be like if I had $100 million a year for all eternity? Just to clarify, $100 million comes into your account every 1st of Jan. Just to specify, like, it's not that you have $100 million for the rest of your life. Okay, every year you receive $100 million. What would it be like? Take your
Beyond.
time. Yeah, that's fine. Write down 5 answers, 10 answers, 2 answers, 1 answer, whatever shows up. Is that done, guys? Did you all get your answers?
Yes.
Yes, Supriya, you want to go first?
Yeah. First it was beyond, then I see a lot of ease.
Okay.
And then it's like so much can be contributed with total ease and with fun.
Right.
And I think something in me was crying, which I can't define. And then I could see the Ambani's wedding, whatever the clips were being shown in TV. And a lot of people were judging about the extravaganza, about the grandeur and how they were spending on each thing. So I think yes, a lot of judgments around everything.
Yeah, that is so wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Supriya. So
Thank you.
before I actually start to talk about what you said, I would like somebody else to come in and share what they wrote. Anybody else?
Can
Yes,
I?
Rashmi. Sure, darling.
Exuberance, expression of life, and myself. Earth and forest thriving.
Yeah.
Me thriving. A beautiful mansion generating more with kind, caring staff, cleaner oceans.
Okay. Awesome. Anything else?
A kinder world.
All right. Cool. What else?
I would
Anybody
also
else?
like to go.
Yes, sure.
I got creation with ease.
Uh,
There's travel, there's fun, and there's also kind and nurturing stuff.
okay. Cool. All right. So everywhere that money brings in kindness and
Okay.
everywhere money means nurturing energies, will you all please just try and uncreate that? Right,
Yes.
wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. You know, Gary always says, money doesn't make you mean, money doesn't make you kind. Money only makes you more of what you already are. Yeah? So people don't become mean because they get money. They're already mean assholes. And when they get the money, they just become meaner. Right? And when people, you suddenly say, oh my God, he's so kind. Did you see how much money he has? And he's so kind. Well, he just had that streak in him. So what I'd really like to speak about here is about this reality that we are actually looking at as an utopian ideal, as something that's beyond us, as something we can never have. And in the case of Supriya, and also in my case, I too get the same energy of also a lot of kindness and also a lot of love and also a lot of, wonderful, all that energy. And then there's also an energy like Supriya got of being judged, of being hated, of being vilified, of being too demanded. And oh my God, I'll have no time for myself, or I'll be absolutely alone if I have so much money. So I want to speak a little bit about that energy, because how many of us are operating from the contextual and the conflictual reality of having money and not having money? So let's speak about the conflictual reality first, okay? So everywhere that you are creating money to maintain your conflictual reality of no money, will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere that you're creating money to not have money, will you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. That entire space, that entire reality that you made real for yourselves, which is your conflictual reality, that has you creating a reality to conflict the reality you already are in, instead of simply choosing a different reality. Will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. All the resistance, all the rejection, all the reaction that you're using, and the conflict that you're using against the reality that you are choosing, will you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Now, what if $100 million a year is your reality? What if $100 million a year isn't a beyond, it isn't something that you're romanticizing about, or you're thinking that the Ambanis can have it, but I can never have it. He can have it, but I can't have it. I have the reasons why I can't have it. Because, but, can we fucking pot all of that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyond. So everywhere that you have been romanticizing all the becauses and all the buts of your life, will you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What will it take for you to now acknowledge that everywhere that you use the because and the buts is you maintaining your conflictual reality? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds.
Chandana, where does the congruence come then? Like being congruent to what you're asking for.
Congruency is something that's different. Congruency is you being willing to be and do whatever it takes
To have
to have what you're asking for. But
Because-
this is something that's different. This is about you creating a reality by conflicting, by being in conflict with the reality that you have already chosen, by being in resistance to it. So how many of you are choosing a reality based on you conflicting the reality that you have? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What if does a conflict ever create, guys? Never. I mean, you could spend the rest of your life fighting your reality and trying to create a different, hating it, judging it, despising it, pock-and-podding it. But you are still in conflict with it. And as long as you're in conflict with your reality, guys, guess what? You're feeding it. I know, Rashmi, it's so pukish, right? You're actually feeding your reality, and that's what grows. So whatever you resist persists, and that's where it comes from. But you're constantly in conflict with it. So everywhere that you're making your choices based on the conflict of your reality, has you creating a conflictual reality instead of just simply a different one. Will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong,
Yes.
good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. So conflictual reality could be your... So at what age did you create a conflictual reality, guys? I mean, whatever age comes to all of you. Just bring that energy up. Okay? Was it like at the age of 3? Was it at the age of 1? Was it at the age of 2? Cool. Right? So everything that happened at that age, where you were loving your reality because you knew you could just choose it. Okay, so for Sanjeev, it's 13. So everything that happened around that age, where you were just loving your reality, and you were forced to be in conflict with your reality, as your reality was made wrong, and your very knowing was challenged. That had you giving up on your reality and choosing others' realities. Will you all please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
And are you willing to revoke, recant, reclaim, rescind, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all the energy that keeps that in place, even now, even if it's from your past lifetimes? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So everywhere that you as a child asked for a chocolate and you were told, it's too expensive, I don't have the money. And the next day your dad drove in with a new car, or your mom went and bought a new sari, or your brother or your sister was given something that was way more expensive than just a chocolate. That had you question your very existence, your very ask, your very reality. Will you all please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. When as a child were you told, we don't have the money to buy this, but mom opened her cupboard and you saw a whole lot of money lying there. That had you question your very existence. With no right and wrong here, guys. It's not about making anybody wrong. It's about these little points of views that simply creep into our... Simply, we choose them. We choose those points of views. We make them ours, and we create a conflictual reality of having money and not having money. So I don't have money or I have money. It's not about right now, let's not buy a chocolate. It's about I don't have money. And then you see a lot of money. Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please?
Yes. And so what, like, if we had done before coming to access for our kids?
Of course, we've all done it, Parita. We've all done it. I mean,
Even
that's the
now
way
I do
we've
it.
known. Yes, yes. And even now we do it. And what if you could just start to be more aware of what could create greater for your kids and for you? What if financial awareness is not just for you? It's for creating
But then now
a greater
kids judge
future
us. So
with your generation. Yes, kids judge you. That is their reality. What if you can be interesting point of view that can have them change?
Actually, I'm remembering only the time when my kid always, I was trying to see him the 10 rupees ice cream and he picked up a 70 rupee ice cream. I was like, Arre baapre. So, yeah, I think it happens almost every day with me. So, I am willing to uncreate and destroy it.
Yeah. So
yes, me
that's
too.
something so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Supriya and Parita. Because how often, I mean, when children ask for things, especially when they're little, when they don't have the concept of the importance of money, they just know the energy of ask. For them, money is not really relevant. They just love the energy of money. Show them a rupee, show them 50 rupees and show them paper. They'll take the rupee. Right? How many of you have played that game with your kids and seen them reaching out for the money, because that's the energy they're reaching out for. Yeah. And for them, it's not something that they can't have. So whenever we instill that energy of money being greater than you, 70 rupees, are you crazy? Buy the 10 rupees ice cream. That's us telling our kids, you don't deserve 70 rupees. 70 rupees is too much. Money is greater than you. You are the slave to money. You work for money. You cannot have money working for you. Everywhere, every lifetime that you did that or others did that to you, will you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes,
Wow.
please.
All the lifetimes that you are holding on to those points of views and those lies and lock them into your reality that has you doing that to your children and to everybody around you. So you can finally justify your points of views to yourself. Will you please revoke, recant, reclaim, rescind, renounce, destroy, and uncreate all of that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And everywhere you are doing that so you can justify to yourself for not choosing greater. Will you please destroy and uncreate that?
Gladly, yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So what if that conflictual reality was a lie? What if you didn't have to, what if you no longer had to be in conflict with it? What if you could just melt that reality into oblivion, literally the way ice melts into water? Are you then willing? Are you then willing to be that space that knows what else is possible? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Now let's again look at question 2. What would it be like if I had $100 million a year for all eternity? Is there a shift in that energy now? Yeah? Yeah.
Lot of ease.
Lot of ease, right? There's
Joy.
Lots.
joy. Yes, there's joy, there's ease, there's receiving. There's a possibility there, which was not there
Yes.
before, right? Like it was a beyond before. Now it's like, oh, that's possible. I know that energy. I've always known that energy. But I took it away from myself. I locked it away somewhere and I bought into the conflictual reality. What if that is possible, friends? What if that is possible? And everywhere you all just went into, yeah, maybe not $100 million, maybe $1 million is. Can you pocket pot that, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Right on, good man, work online shots, boys and beyond. Still wanting to play small and little. Pocket pot that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Cool. Most of us feel like grifters or con artists or frauds because we don't trust that we know what we know. When we know that we know it, we doubt ourselves. How much doubt are you using to stop the money? How much doubt are you using to create the lack of money you are choosing? Beautiful question. Absolutely beautiful. Question number 3. How much doubt am I using to create the lack of money I am choosing? How much doubt am I using to create the lack of money I am choosing? Done?
I don't get an answer for this one.
Okay, that's cool. Did anybody get an answer?
Yeah, I have two.
Yeah. Yes.
One is definitely self-worth. And when I'm saying actually definitely, I'm realizing how solidified I made it.
Yeah.
And there's a fear, yeah, it's a doubt. So there's a fear also attached to it. If kids become out of control, and if it's like every day I have to purchase them like that, then what would happen? So, yeah.
Yeah. You know what would happen then? You know what would happen then? You would start creating a lot more money because you would not make your kids ask wrong. You would not spend your time, or your energy trying to explain to them why they should not ask for so much. You would instead use your energy to say, oh, wow, how much greater would I have to create to actually get this for them every day?
The most wonderful thing is I'm thinking about the 70 rupees chocolate, and this I've checked so many times. But if it comes to their education and etc., I know it's not a great point of view around that because it's required. It will help them in future, and it is important. But when it comes to the nitty-gritties, like as you've said, a chocolate which is worth probably say 70 or 100, or an ice cream, yeah, I'm attaching so much importance to
So
the
everything that,
calculation of
yeah,
3,000 a month.
yeah. So everywhere that significance to what is important for your kids and what is not important for your kids has you deciding and concluding what they should receive. Will you all please destroy and uncreate that?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, popcorn, 9 shots, boys and beyonds. I mean, where's the question there, right? Where is the question there? There is no question. It comes from more of a space of, if I spend the money on the ice cream, and it's not just you, Supriya, I think it's all of us who've done it sometime or the other. It comes from more of a space of, if I spend the money here, I won't have enough for that. So everywhere that we have, so what ghillie suits of class of poverty are we using to keep ourselves, to stop ourselves from choosing to be the infinite beings that we truly be? And everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you all destroy and uncreate it all, please?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, popcorn, 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And on the same note as the conflictual universe we were talking about, what ghillie suits of class or wealth are you using to camouflage the infinite being you truly could be choosing? To camouflage the infinite being that you be, that you could be choosing. Everything that doesn't allow you to receive that, to be that, to have that complete ease, Will you all please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, park, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere that you're going into the lack of money, that has you rejecting, resisting, receiving what the universe is truly gifting you, will you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, park, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And everywhere you've given yourself the job, Supriya, of buying yourself, your kids, the ice creams and the chocolates that doesn't allow them to receive it from anywhere else. Will you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, park,
Wow.
boys and beyonds. You know what's really coming to my mind? It's so funny. I think my mom's also on this call, and it's really funny because I remember as a kid, my brother would go, my mom tells us, and we often laugh about it. My brother would walk down to the neighbor's house and he would say, wow, you have such lovely guavas growing in your backyard, you know, can I have a few? And he would pluck the guavas and he would come home and eat them. And my mom would always tell him, don't do that. It's not nice. You want guavas? You tell us. We will buy it for you. Stop going to the neighbor's house and asking for guavas. So everywhere you have all done that. Please destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. It's so funny because we tell our kids, you can't receive from there. You can only receive from this. So everywhere that we have stopped everywhere that we have created the boundaries to their receiving, please destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Wow.
There are times when the younger one had gone to the neighbor's house and said, "Mujhke pata hai inke ghar mein chocolate hai." So then she would say, "Nahi biscuit," and he would say, "No, I don't want," and come back. So
Yeah. So my husband's nephew, my sister-in-law's son, my nephew, he would come in, he was really little. He would come home and he would just open the fridge and he would say, Mami ji, I know you have chocolates. And I would say, yeah, I have chocolates. And the kids would just open up the boxes and sit and eat the chocolates. And the next day, all chocolates finished. And it was so funny because I really had no point of view about chocolates. And chocolates would always land up. Somebody would show up that day and they would get chocolates. Or somebody would come, or somebody was flying in from a different country and they would get chocolates. I never had a point of view about the chocolates. The minute I had the point of view about chocolates, the minute, and it's so funny because I can actually share this on this, on this platform, and I'm so happy you're all here and I can share it, because the moment I had that point of view, that, oh my God, these are such expensive chocolates, and oh my God, the kids just come and they just finish it and stuff like that, the chocolate stopped coming. It became so significant. It became so significant, and for about 4 or 5 years, even buying chocolates was like, really, do you really want to waste money on chocolates? That became the energy around chocolates.
Thank you so much.
sorry, call lo unna.
Because it's like these small things, we like the small things reflect so much about a belief or a point of view that we have, right? The underlying assumptions that chocolate, the lack, basically it's the lack.
The lack, yeah. And it's what we made significant, right? Yeah. We made chocolates so significant that we fear that if everybody eats them up, they won't come tomorrow.
Yeah. And
the moment I was willing to look at that, it was actually when I began, when you don't even realize with the tools of access, with sitting in classes, with reading books, the significance kind of goes from certain things. And strangely enough, those things start to literally, they literally to flood your life. They're like, here, I'm here, you want me? It's literally like that because it's no longer significant.
Yeah.
Right? So we use doubt. So this is a beautiful question. How much doubt am I using to create the lack of money I'm choosing? How many of us use doubt? Sorry?
Kamleen said she also didn't get an answer. So.
Yes, Kamleen. Kamleen, I know, darling. So that's what I want to talk about here now, because
Chandana, before that,
Yeah.
Can I share something?
Please do, Rashmi.
As a child, when you, thanks for bringing this up, because as a child, I used to go to a neighbor auntie, and I used to tell her, auntie, tomorrow I'll come, I want this, will you make it for me? and
I
consistently,
can imagine you, the cutie that you are.
consistently she used to make, till one fine day my mom caught me. I used to do this without telling my mom,
Yeah.
and by mistake I was caught, and then I was made so wrong for going and asking this auntie for, like, it was like, why didn't you ask me, because I knew I wouldn't get it.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. That is so beautiful. Thanks for sharing, love, because that's the energy of living a conflictual reality with your asks. You know, asking is so easy for kids.
It is probably her perception that she wouldn't have got it. If parents know
Probably.
that this is what they
That's a
want,
mom talking now. Yeah.
like my son, he would go to the neighbors and say, "Oh, you've got this? My mom hasn't baked this today." So I made sure that the fridge was full of baked things, and these two never fell short of anything in the fridge.
Absolutely. Yet we come from a space. So this is truly about the kids can ask just because they can. Right?
Yeah.
Just because they can.
They don't have a point of view कि वो मना कर देंगे या you know, it's embarrassing or
That's
And we have no point of view that I can't ask my neighbor, or I can't ask my aunt, or I can't ask my uncle. It's
That's
just
the that's the innocence of childhood.
and that's the magic of an ask. Right? So what if you all today can embrace the magic of childhood, the magic of the energy of ask, that has you receiving everything that you ask for without a point of view, and everything that doesn't allow that, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, hot, hot, on 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Thank you for those shares. Yeah. So what I'm really wanting to talk about here is about the doubt. So I think Kamleen said that she got no answer. And actually, did you get an answer, darling?
No.
Okay, cool. So this is where I would like you all to also look at that space of where you are using doubt. When you are using doubt to not create, and to basically to not create abundance, but to basically create lack, you're coming from a space of need. Doubt, the only purpose of doubt is so you don't have to choose. You have to be told what to do. So everywhere that you're using doubt to stop you from choosing, which is so incarcerated into your very blood that you can't even look at it, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, poison, beyonds. Did you doubt your very being? Did you doubt your very existence? Do you still doubt that? Wow. So everywhere that you are doubting your very existence, that has you invalidating your being and choosing the wrongness of you, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Wow. So there are spaces where we use doubt a little, then we use doubt more, and then some places where we use it megatons. For others, you have very little doubt that they can do it because you've decided that they're greater than you. They can, but I can't. For yourselves, you generally go into megatons, right? So everywhere that you have used the megatons of doubt and judgment for yourself, that keeps you small, that keeps you little, that doesn't allow you to go beyond the lack into the space of abundance, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So when you go beyond the space of need and beyond the space of lack, what is the space that is there? It's a space of possibilities. It's a space of abundance. It's a space of where you can just create simply because you can. So are you willing to be the voice of all possibility? What would it be like if you had 100 million a year for all eternity? It's an energy, right? So $100 million is not about the cash in hand. It's not about the dollars or the rupees or the pounds or whatever. It's about being that energy. What would you have to be to receive $100 million a year? Are you being that? Would you have to be fearless? Would you have to be doubt-free? Would you have to trust yourselves more? Would you have to honor yourself more? Would you have to have more gratitude for what you're creating? Would you have to have more gratitude for the people around you who are creating with you? And everything that doesn't allow you to be that energy, all of that, will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. It's not about what you can buy, it's about what you can be. You decide you're not willing to be something because you think it is wrong. For example, I recently had to teach Dane how to lie. His point of view was you have to be honest. You have to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God. This meant anybody could lie to him and would and did. So how many of you, I know I always had that point of view that I will never tell a lie. I will always tell the truth. Coming from convents, coming from a good religious family with good value systems, oh my God, telling a lie meant being punished by God. Did that ever work for me? Not really, because I had people around me telling me lies. And I never recognized the energy of when people were lying to me. So how many of you have resisted that energy? As you've judged it to be so wrong, you've judged it to be so bad that you would never have it. That had people around you being that and you never knowing it. Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you all destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So being willing to lie does not mean that you have to constantly choose to lie. Please get the difference. Being willing to lie is being willing to have that energy in your universe and not judge it as a wrongness. Because what you're willing to be is the energy you're willing to know. So when somebody is lying to you, you can know that energy. Are you getting that, guys? This is really a big one. It's not about going out and lying to people constantly. It's about just simply being willing to have that energy in your universe as something that exists. If people are lying, it's an energy that exists. You can't shut it out by saying, I will never lie. You will never lie. But like Dane would say, I will never lie. But he had people constantly lying to him. And he would always say, I didn't even know when that happened. Why is that? The reason is because you are refusing to know the energy. When you're willing to lie, but you don't have to constantly choose it, then you're willing to recognize that energy whenever it shows up in your space. So you have to be willing to be and do anything to create a greater possibility. The only reason you don't have huge amounts of money is because you're not willing to be or do whatever it takes to create a greater possibility. So are you all willing to do and be everything it takes to have and create a greater possibility and a greater reality? And everything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion, will you all destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong? Good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. If you say, I don't want to be that person, is that a judgment? Yeah, it's big time a judgment. Is that a conclusion? Yes. Is that a definition of you? Yes. Wherever you define any part of you, that becomes a place you can't be all of you. So when you look at somebody and you say, oh my God, I will never be that. What have you just done? You just defined yourself as never being that. So everywhere that you've gone to the definitions of yourself as never being something or always being something, will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Which is why that clearing really helps when you are judging somebody for being something and you're like, I will never be that. All the lifetimes I have been that and done that, I destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. How many definitions are you using to avoid the money you could be choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you all destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. If you want to become money, you have to be willing to be what creates money instead of being that which makes you wrong. Everything that is, will you all destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Let's say you are interested in playing with jewelry as a way of making money. What would you have to be to make it so joyful for people to buy from you that they would find it happening with ease? Rather than trying to convince people they should buy something, what if you be that which will allow them to buy it? This, by the way, applies to every access facilitator on the planet. So everywhere that you're trying to sell your classes, everywhere that you're hoping that people find you as their facilitator, will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, boys and beyonds. How much fun can you all have? How much fun can you all have that can have people find you to facilitate them? And everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, and to be that, to truly be that, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So cool. We are going to stop here now. And wow, I've loved facilitating the first call.
No, not fun at all. Sorry.
Not fun. No fun at all. Wow. Yeah.
I'm actually very grateful for everybody who hopped on with all the shares and all the all the questions, because that's certainly shifted a lot for me.
Yeah. And I too am.
Especially the last one, the live, something that has happening, and since I'm in Hyderabad, someone has asked for a class and it went into 3-4 different directions, and finally I was withdrawn. It was like, what the hell? Where is it coming from? Where have I invited such kind of people in my life? So what you have said is, I have not, this lie thing, I always feel that you should be truthful to, when you're taking a class or something, or when you should be clear with your ask or with the facilitator you wish to be. And that was wrong thing. I was judging constantly myself. And then when I talked with a friend, she also said, yeah, it should be, clear. I wouldn't have done that. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Yes, you are making sense, honey. Yes, you are. But what if what's missing is you actually asking for a deal and deliver with everybody you work?
everything. But it was like I can feel so much connect with you, and I used to take a class with you. It went. I cannot explain. I will not go into the details. It will be too much to share. But I did feel bad for some time. And yeah, so this lie thing resonates with me.
So what's right about this I'm not getting is a great question to ask. What's right about this I'm not getting?
That, yes. I think 3 times it has happened with me. Yes. Deal and deal.
Okay, so when something happens 3 times or more, it's never about the person around you. It's always something that you've got to change in you. Okay, so thank you for that, Supriya, because whenever something happens 3 times and more, you want to ask, what am I choosing to be here that has me creating this in my life? All right, you really want to ask that question. Okay.
Okay, can I share something here with respect to the whole?
Please. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So everywhere, like it's again comes down to the whole deserving thing, right? Where we're not honoring ourselves. We feel guilty for asking for a deal and deliver or whatever that is with respect to that, you know. Everywhere we are not honoring ourselves and expecting to be honored by other people. Could you please enunciate that?
Yes, please. Totally.
Right, wrong, good, bad, papa, wrong, and shots, there's no harm or there's nothing wrong in asking for a deal and deliver.
Yeah.
Or even asking for your charges for your classes or for sessions or whatever. So what if we didn't have to justify any of this?
Yeah, what if we can actually all be so clear? You know, Dane Gary often speak about the deal and deliver also in a marriage, also in a relationship with people. It's not just with business. When you have clear deal and deliver, there are no expectations, there are no projections, there are no judgments.
Wow.
And what about the manipulation thing going around? Like,
sorry,
a lot of people manipulate also. What about
course.
people manipulating us then?
Are you willing to out manipulate them? When you reject an energy, it persists, honey. You got to recognize that. When you reject an energy, it persists. If you're rejecting the energy of manipulation, you will be manipulated. I think everyone's pretty fried for tonight. So,
It was an amazing call. Thank you, Chandana.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you all for hopping on.
Yes.
And
Thank you,
we're going to
Sanjeev,
meet
for
next
pulling me out.
Thursday. Oh, he did? He is a gangster.
Yeah, he's a prankster. And Sidhuja, yeah, and everyone else in the call. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And we're going to meet next Thursday, same time, same place.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Mom. Thanks for being on. It's always so special.
Oh, that's your mom. Great.
Yes, that's my mom.
Beautiful.
Yes, she is.
I love the grace that she carries. Oh my God. I love it.
Thank you, sweetheart. You are very graceful yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
And now we know where the grace comes to Chandana also.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, just before we hang
All
up,
right.
if you guys would like to hop on for the 6 months thing, do reach out to me or Chandana. And, you know where to reach us.
Yes, wonderful. All right. And everybody else who is on the call, we'll see you next week.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
It
you,
was
love.
fun.
Yes, it was
Yay.
a lot of fun.